And that bill doesn't really help us like that. This was a white man in Buffalo. That's not nothing to pop your collar about. The dude sat here and confessed to a murder that he did on film. I'm not popping my collar to some damn hate crime bill, and the dude basically confessed. Is that
So
what
you
you're
think
hanging
hate
your hat
crime
on?
bills actually stop people from doing hate crimes?
Are you that you're hanging your hat on a crime that was done on
I'm
film?
just asking a question. Do you think hate crime
You
bills
don't
actually
need
stop people from doing crimes?
you don't.
Hold up. Let me ask Mr. Tariq something.
I'm gonna drop down.
Mr. Tariq, do you see in the near future bringing all these groups together to support the Black agenda? Everybody just gonna do their own thing?
You're muted, Tariq, if you're talking.
My bad. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Well, I'm a foundational Black American by lineage. So whatever I do, I'm still going to be an FBA. If other groups want to support anything that foundational Black Americans are doing, they're welcome to do so. That's on them. We've always supported all of these other groups, and we're on our ancestral homeland that we built. So we're always going to look out for the best interest of Black people here. That's a given. But other groups, when they come over, are they going to be on our wave? Are they going to try to reinforce us, or are they going to try to get with the dominant society to work against us? So that's a question for people who are non-FBA.
Let me ask you: do you have the numbers to I mean, obviously you said you're not going to meet with congressmen and women in the Senate, and you guys are going to do a rally. Do you have the numbers around the country to actually push the electric to create a bill, to create to address all your tangibles?
Yeah, we have enough numbers to make a significant impact, just like we did in California. In California, again, with the reparations task force, they were trying to do some trick bag stuff with the reparations task force, and we put our eyes on them, and we forced them to do the right thing as far as having the language correct, as far as giving the tangibles to our lineage and not just making it race-based. Because if you have race-based reparations, that opens the door to white Hispanics, to Asians, and all these other groups, and then it turns into affirmative action, which ultimately undermines foundational Black Americans because everybody else will be prioritized. So we are very, very specific about prioritizing our specific group for tangibles, especially when it pertains to the enslavement of our people. When we talk about reparations, a lot of people try to mix in, well, what about all the racism that other people had to face too? Our reparations claim is not a reparations claim against racism. We're talking about slavery. If we want to do a reparations claim, that can be done later. But we're talking about a specific act that was done to a specific group of people. And that is foundational Black Americans who were descendants of slaves. Now, other immigrant groups, they should support this because this will set a template for them to ultimately get their reparations from the British colonists, from the French that colonized many of the Caribbean islands, and the Spanish who colonized some of those Caribbean places too. So this will open the door and ultimately help them too. So they should support our reparations claim.
Let me ask you, with calling, and I'm guilty of it too. Now I call some people some wild names myself, but with calling these congressmen and women these names, you think that's gonna get them in the long run to create a bill and sponsor and co-sponsor and get it passed?
Now, when we're in these Twitter spaces, sometimes it will morph into a roast session, then everybody can get that work. But when we're sitting down having a real conversation about getting some real tangible policies done, we know how to code switch and get our decorum right and get our conversation together and talk like we got some sense. We know how to flip it when it needs to be flipped. Now, in some of these Twitter space rooms, sometimes it can get janky, sometimes it can get intellectual, sometimes it can turn into all-out roast sessions. Everybody can get burned, everybody can get touched. But we understand if we got some serious contenders who are in politics or somebody in a serious position and they want to have a serious conversation, we have no problem doing that.
Who's the spokesperson?
There is no spokesperson. There's several spokespersons. So anybody can be a spokesperson. We just want people who have a reputation within the community of looking out for the best interest of the community, and not people who want to just come in and get something for themselves.
When
So who's going to make that call?
When you and Roland gonna sit down and talk on one of these platforms?
Lord, yeah, boy. Now Roland, let's be very clear. Roland started on me first a while back because they blamed me for Hillary not getting elected in the midterm some years back, because they did some data research and they saw that a lot of people were following me and getting my advice to not vote for Hillary because Hillary and the Clintons have been horrible for Black people. And Roland got on air just really going in on me. And the Democrats, they send their shields down to attack me all the time. They attack me over some stuff with Kamala Harris when she was about to get elected. So,
hold
Roland,
on. Not to cut you off, but
yeah,
shit, if you, I mean, went against Hillary and everybody know you that powerful to not help her get elected, goddamn, well, they should all be shaking in the boots when you coming, right?
hey, a lot of them, again, they monitor what I do. And I've heard that some people who work for the DMC, they get little notes and memos about me all the time. They come in my rooms and, they come and try to disrupt. So they know exactly who I am.
But that's why I'm just saying, I can't tell you how to do what you do. But
right.
I think it would, I just think, I mean, if you sit down and have a meeting with the devils and the whatever you want to call them, and you sit there and you say, look here, man, I need, y'all Congress, you got 2 years, I need you to, do what you do. Where's the check?
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? Where the check at now? If you don't get the check now, we gonna mount up against you. And now I can genuinely say it. I met with Congresswoman, man, XYZ, and we told them this is what we need. And now they didn't do that. I'm going back to the community. Hey, look here, man, they gotta go. You feel me? And now at the end of the day, look, we sat down and met with them. Now they can't play like they didn't see the march, or they didn't play like they can see the rally, or they were on vacation and they're not aware of it. No, I sat here and met with you, and we talked about the agenda of our people and the reparation, and just no different than the LGBT. They went out there and they did their little thing with the protests. I understand that, but then they went and they met with all them congressmen and women and say, look, we need our bill passed. Who down and who ain't? Because when we leave the office, don't give me the bullshit. Yeah, look here, you folk represent. Okay, good. I'm gonna mark you down. I'm gonna round into the next office. I'm gonna mark you down and keep it moving.
Yep.
And then we're gonna go out there and rally, and we're gonna say we met with y'all. So now, now it's time for you to go. Because I would say that I'm pretty sure it'll be, when you go back to the communities, even if a person ain't with you, they will be, hey, look here, man, we met with this man here, and they bullshit us. And then now they got to go do those, better than I do. They have to go do those forums. Now we showing up at the forum. Hey, look, when it's time to speak in the audience, I met with you last year on reparation, and you ain't did shit. So I'm fucking with this person right here. And that's how they get not elected. That's just my opinion. That's what we do. That's how we do that. That's what we do down here.
And that's what I hope to do. Exactly. That's exactly what I hope to do. And hopefully we can get that done this year before the election. So we're going to look and see. But we got our sister Teslin in here. I would love to see Teslin. She's a political strategist and she's in the speaker queue. So I want to kind of give the floor to some of the other brothers and sisters to get their voices out there. So I thank everybody for listening and keeping the conversation respectful, and much respect to everybody. Thank you, Brother Luke.
Thank you. I'm glad Stephen kept the conversation respectful. I'm proud of you, Stephen.
I mean, the man called me a tether, and by his definition, I'm a foundational Black American. So,
A tether.
Yeah, he did.